We're going to do some tire gluing today. A lot of people don't know what this is, and there are other people who do know what it is and confuse it with another thing. But this is how you sidewall glue your tires. Get a good CA glue. I wouldn't recommend this exact one. I would just find something that's thin and engineered for tires. Thin is what is the important part. Thin, 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 thin. Put 2 drops on a piece of paper. I always do this with the tire on the car. Clear your area, because the last thing you want to do is glue something to your hand or to your sleeve or to the bottom of the car. That's no fun. Let's zoom you guys in a little bit more so you can see what's going on. All right, so the trick is, let me get this focus to work really quick, guys. Okay, so you got your little dab of glue, and what you're going to do is you're going to run it along the edge of the tire like so. Spreading it even. Decide in a direction you want to go. Not like I'm doing, going in 2 different directions. We're not looking at this part yet. We're just going to do the side. Keep your coating nice and thin. You don't have to go crazy. You just got to get a little bit of glue on there. Spread it out nice and even. All right. Looks pretty good there. Now, this is the tricky part. What you're trying to do is get the glue. This is a pretty good bit there. Get the glue right on the edge, about right there, because that's the contact patch that you want to, so my battery's charging, going to the track later. You know, you have got like a second, you can wipe it away if you get too far up on the tire. There you go. It's as simple as that. Focus on the right part of the thing, please. Brighten it up so you can see. You see how it's very thin on the very edge there. And then you do the other side, just like the first. Second verse, same as the first. All right, and that's what it looks like all done. With a thinner glue, it'll be shiny along the whole outside of the edge, but it doesn't really matter if it shines or it doesn't shine. As long as you saw it go on, you should be good to go. This is a dual helpful thing here. It also keeps the tire from pulling away from the rim on the side. And that's that. Tire gluing. Sidewall gluing. I mean, there's also tire gluing where you can actually glue the tire to the rim. And that is useful for the same reason this sidewall thing I just talked about, where it keeps the tire from peeling away from the rim, especially if you true your tires down to like a really thin tire surface. Gluing helps, but the best way to do that is to put a piece of tape around the outside of the tire first, and then glue the tire to the tape so you can get the tire off the rim. Because the issue is not the adhesion of the tire to the rim, it's the adhesion of the tire to the tape. That's the issue. So if you increase the bond between the tire and the tape, you'll get the same result. About this technique, it's really old. It's an old technique. People, it won't do damage to your track. It's fine. But people are split on its usefulness. I like it. I think it's great. I think I'm running, these are, what are these, Gecko Softs. And I get a lot of corner bite off throttle, and the car will understeer slightly on hard throttle on a turn to keep the car from flipping over. And I like that. I like the choices I have, for off throttle grip, but on throttle slight slip. You could find a tire compound that will do one or the other, but usually not both. So I find with doing it this way, I get both. So yeah, it's, some people don't like it, some people like it, somebody use it, some people don't use it. It's something to try if you've never tried it before. I really dig it. This is my forwards, this is my BZ3. I put it on my four-wheel drive. Never glue your rear tires, okay? If you think your car is slipping because of your rear tires, you got something else going on with your setup. Yeah, it's pretty good. So that's how you do it. I've seen other people on YouTube say that you got to put a piece of tape around the outside of the thing and fill the tire with glue, and screw all that. You ain't got to do all that. This way, if you really don't like it, you can always sand that off if you don't like it. But it's not super hard to do, and the results are pretty much instant. If you end up with a little bit of glue on there, I think that might be a little bit of glue on the tire there, you can always get a fingernail file and file that off. If your edge ends up becoming sharp, if your glue's too thick, you can always sand the edge off, and then reapply as you feel the need to. So that's it, guys. Just a quick pro tip from a guy who's not a pro. Sidewall gluing. Here's a couple laps with the car.